Oh, yes, I so Eshisha biom inti Ghana nurses and midwives. Omoko strike. Na strike we omoko no. Kevin Taylor will reveal deep secret to be the man or the person behind the strike. Omuchra, they were requesting from something from the government, and yeah, recent government, which a past government, but at the crown no more requesting on Monsanka. Then no, and ama to see an the nurses need jar. Or more issue strike. Now, therefore, you see, nipa no issue strike no. Oni Ghana ha. We fi Ghana ha ko. Now, therefore, we are about to get into the update. Mr. Happiness, Kevin Taylor, Obababe Kasa, Edefa ho na wo share secret a Kevin Taylor ebi wo decider. You can tell us a strike no moko no. Obi shechire some of the nurses, some of the midwives ni bi omo a omo ni omo nya adwen but omo ya start ewie nti was omo ye den omo follow suit ewia we mi hu video bi bere ho ye pa nipa ne yare oxygen ni so otika mu omo nje ne keke no omo hwa no omo se da bi da they on strike now therefore ye beti ensem wa Kevin Taylor e de ababetu dwa nim se nipa nkwa e ade a emfa ndi agro enti se nurses ka so mo ko striker na afede like Charlie obi aye the step because it's cut across everywhere because obi the step because you don't know what can happen at any time out of war high Ghana gossips inti Mr. Happiness ever be kasa no chichim sanke be ya President Mahama on sake nurses and midwives are almost say omoko strike no on pamo muni na don't find new set of people and fan
now we agree on something no one go back to work but say omo institution omo nko ejuma until the negotiations are over and the health minister saki nurses ni midwives ni normal cost strike already mo ya aware said there is a backlog of nurses omo ti fe mu ni ejuma nye and nursing training schools in here they are still running students are going through omo yo be ni ejuma ti omo mo wo ejuma sisi ane se so mu ni ejuma na mu yi omodi mi sa mu video bi nurse bi say omo nurse sanko hospital ya mo mu tu aka ne nama
now therefore Mr. Happiness point we na valid but I find it not to be valid because I say wakasa I come see come sir because nipa nkwan ya dey yemfa ndi agro why are you saying say they should sack all of them wabra be to mini omwakasa I know say as at now President Mahama ni Nkrofo has started talking stage with them and your mom requesting no they are looking forward to provide it for them but the thing is we can't put the blame on President Mahama e obi na hihye adwuma ne to ho and a President Mahama be tom that's the thing according to Kevin Taylor explanation or the buy and they say even crown omo boss now other nursing na no nipa no issue strike no o wie and we pie fi Ghana we journey fi Ghana okwakoje eye appointment will be before now therefore without magile ohu yentie ensem wa Kevin Taylor de ababetuja na I think say Ghana Charlie the be drew no was saying very mindful with some things because this strike here see just calculate Nkrofo mo yare a mo hia immediate attention o de yentie ensem wa Kevin Taylor de tuja e was a video we mu and no fire seriously I feel yentie Kevin Taylor on this side and from
Ghana registered nurses and midwifery the for penny ono na a set up a sa strike we owie no call Finland we ja hokọ Finland o ye den a o kwa position bi ewo some foreign aid organization munti we ja o set up strike ni wie no a o ka kire nurse for nyina so mo nkọ adwuma no owie no free Ghana or Finland eye Mrs. Perpetual Oforian Pofo has been elected as the African region representative for the International Council of Nurses ICN board at the Council of National Representatives meeting and ICN Congress ongoing in Helsinki, Finland. Ono ye leader no, ono mo ye meeting wie no, and o activate strike no, and o fum okoshe Finland. Okope position. The question is, nurse for strike no makono, edie na omo pe, edie no mubusa aban. 2024, and nurse for more Ghana. Satana MPP aban ene wo power. Ena omone aban ni ko hyiaye 2024 May. Nurse for ne aban ni ko hyiaye no. Ena omo ka kire aban ni se omo hia nyome bi a wo se aban no eye ma omo. Omo ko hyiaye no de epie mu nie. Omo ko hyiaye mu 2024 no. They called something the 2024 collective agreement. Into nurse for any MPP aban all the way in May 2024. Etnasi nurse for the nyoma bi eto Ekufuado aban nim. Now, the 2024 collective agreement for nurses and midwives in Ghana, signed in May 2024, outlined improved conditions of service, including salaries, allowances, and benefits. Inti omuni aban Ekufuado aban ni share no May 2024 no. That means May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, that 7 to 8 months near Tuaba. It's not time womb. And I buy any omotinasi. Now, no more motinasi. Omri to aban nim se aban nye mom no enie. And kai se sa nyoma na ende ama nurse for we akọ strike. It is nurse for no strike na omakọ nende no. Enye nde ya na omubusa ho asemo. Eya under MPP aban a no mo 8 months to elections. Omo ni omotinasi eye agreement. Said yen say sa nyoma we de ya giatum na yebeye. 1 13th month salary, an additional salary annually as a bonus. Nurse for in 2024 May. Omni aban trans Ekufuado aban ba obi aban trans no. Omo ka se afibia no e o se sama omo bosome ba akoka ho aketua free. Intinka December bia no o so omo je aketua mienu. 13th month salary. 2 fuel allowance. No say support for professional engaged in travel or outreach services, which this one I agree. No say nurse for yes small mo momo be a nurse wo Ashanti region so onko sirem na onko di dwuma bi na onko di dwuma bi omo say no mu hia fuel allowance, which I agree. The first one I don't really agree with it. Say your mom 13th month salary, I don't agree with that. Because and the government agency omo mu adwuma aban institution obi aba say your man 13th month salary, which I don't agree. 3 medical allowance, subsidies for healthcare costs for personnel and their families. This I don't agree. Nurse for the demand did be say, I was say buying health insurance, no, buying sebio etisokra momo any omobusiafo. Anything and the nurse for a strike, you know. These were some of the demands they were demanding from the government. And Nana Danko Ekufuado, Bawumia in 2024 May, they agreed. So because now elections eba. Now, do you understand? The other demand or demand here, rural incentive allowance, extra pay for those serving in remote areas. I agree. Omo asebi omo to mu wesi wo say omo person ko tena nkurase no mo ye de nurse adwuma e wo say aban to me mo some special allowance, which I agree. I agree. And omo ba uniform allowance, which I don't agree. Omo de say annual support to maintain professional dress standards. Omo say aban ensa emo allowance on beto uniform. Ase omo twitwa soma na skirt. Now, omo looking professional. I don't agree with that. You are a professional. You are being paid. You should be able to get your own uniform. How much is uniform? License renewal support. Almost say employer-sponsored professional license renewal. Almost per se buying your free be a professional license renewal. Buying almost license no. Buying some support no renew more. But you are a professional nurse. These demands are like you are in school. I just say munina more nursing school. Majority of your demands, I just say more nursing school. They want the government to sponsor or help them with their license renewal. No. This shouldn't be a reason why nurses are at home. Now, I'm going to say, workload management measures, structured protocols to balance nurse workload. I agree. In fact, those things are very important. And it's people like us, say, nurses for the bina mutifino, Abai should find a way to employ those nurses because we need more nurses. Because under ura kolebu ura konfonocha, utmi one nurse na a patient bear 100 and omugunuso. That's not right. So we need to expand the employment bracket. Senebaya more people will be employed. Senebaya sa stress we will get a balance. Pressure better nurse for so now you one nurse are all treating 50 patients. Continuous professional development, financial support for training. It's very good. When you work at a point, you need to open your horizon, expand your horizon, freshen your memory, and also learn different things. If you want the government to support you in training, enhancing your skill, it is very, very important. And I support this. The government should help nurses who are willing to expand their horizon, expand the training they have gotten. There will be health and safety protocols, improve workplace safety measures. This is not part of a demand. I don't agree with this. Health and safety protocols, internal, administrative. Every hospital, the person who is the head of that hospital has to make sure those things are done. These are not demands are something like health and safety protocols. That's why we have CEOs of hospitals. That's why we have departmental heads. It is their job. In the hospital, no, and budget. They know, say, about health and safety protocols. These are internal things that has to be taken care of. This is not something you go to the government and say, health and safety protocols is not being done well, so we are going on strike. Into a course because of health and because that is why every hospital, your management, we have people who manage the hospital. Those are not things you need to go to a government and demand. These are things that are supposed to be done internally, administratively. Now, do you know what's appalling about this whole thing? After May now, Omushia Abani 2024, no. In fact, and in August 2024, these same nurses wrote to the government, Ekufuado's government. This is in August 2024, 28th August 2024. To remind the MPP government to say, we had an agreement. You said you were going to provide these things. Why haven't you done it? So after May no yes meeting August, the nurses wrote back to them and said, we are reminding you, demand for implementation of the collective agreement of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. So they wrote back and they demanded, what is going on? We spoke. There was an agreement. May. We are in August under MPP, under Ekufuado. They didn't even listen to them. They didn't listen to them. And that is the letter. We bring you warm greetings from the National Council of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association and write to demand for the expedited implementation of the collective agreement between the GRNMA and the Ministry of Health and its agencies. Into Omo remind the MPP abino. May I didn't count one seven and August. Monka Hushiu. Satan Okoboy and minister. He saw it. Okoboy was the minister. The nurses met and came back again to remind the MPP government. Because they were doing politics with it. Because the leader, MPP ni, so they were doing politics. And politics. In two kind letter, the GRNMA collective agreement was signed on 20th May 2024. After months of appropriate engagement between the union's representatives and the employers' representatives, the process involved the preparation of our condition of service proposal to the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission with input from the National Association of Registered Midwives, Ghana Registered Midwives Association, Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives, Ghana, and the Community Health Nurses Association, Ghana. Following the submission of the proposal to the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission and weeks of negotiations, which culminated into the signing of the collective agreement on May 20th, 2024, the leadership of the association expected the collective agreement to be implemented on the 1st of July 2024 as contained in the agreement. So the GRNMA, they signed an agreement with the government under Okoboy with the ministry, and they were supposed to implement this agreement on the 1st of July 2024. All these demands I have read to you. In fact, so I will share a year after the letter they wrote, the people they CC'd. You can say, Omo mu CC Omo. Nipa Omo edit letter they become Omo say, yes, sir, Kaimo. Agreement near Koyeno. We've not heard from you. 2024, Monka be binche. Nipa Omo Saka sa letter ni bino. The Attorney General, Godfrey Dame, and Saka letter ni bi. Obi to say the Minister, Ministry of Health, Okoboy, then Saka letter ni bi. Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations, then Saka letter ni bi. Controller and Accountant General, then Saka letter ni bi. Chief Executive Officer, Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, then Saka letter ni bi. All chairpersons of Ghana Specialized Societies, almost Saka letter ni bi. And a GRMA National Council members, Obia Saka letter ni bi. So Abai, they had the letter. Meeting was in May. They reminded the government in August. Who was the minister? Okoboy. So when this government says, let us meet at a point, this government is a very hearing government. They are willing to find solutions to the problem. In 2025, Abai Sisayana and Mamena made the picture Chiremona or set it up strike, because I'm in a Nikunu, Mamincham. This woman. And you had the Omuye, Oman Kabibia Bimo, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and a Tuaba, Mameno Anka Bibia. Even though no, Omo a reminder a day. I'm remind the NPP about they did not go on strike. Now this woman, was setting up this strike. Nikruni, you see, this is the husband of this lady. Nikunu, your friend, Bright Ofori Ampofu, constituency chairman, BNA Victory Walk, Saturday 23rd, November 2024. Nikruni, Bawumia and Onigina ticket so dear Muhuno, let me tell you, this is the political part of it.
Inside of Senya Moti and Kevin Taylor no wabe kasa, in fact, we drop it gist, we drop it secret. But you know, the Ghana Nurses and Midwives Association, no, you people should know actually, muhu here seriously. And it's even cry if you guys will go on striker. More the Juman munye, but be a mumpeni for never striker, fine. But to say some money na mo strike there Charlie, mo basa so innocent people na mbetwe omaso. Eka na eda ho no, it wasn't President Mohammed's eka. Obi na hihye adwuma na egu onti waba eye negotiation ne kasa. Mo ye no na anye ya, ansam be strike am strike. And per what Kevin Taylor is saying, no, Charlie, you can tell say bi mu na hihye adwuma ndi ato opa. Enye fidi agro. Aha, ye Ghana gossips. E den na odwin fa ho. Mami wadwen cho comment ni mu, subscribe, like na feed share video no na ma foforo into me and shebi.